Get a little bit of the interface action up. There we go. All up and set and running. Here we go. Starting off at the top left side, we got the yellow Protoss down 0-1. Naccer, his opponent, up 1-0 right now in the tournament. AcidLingz. Again, guys, this is the European Amateur Cup number 5. If you want to qualify for the tournament, please go play in the shiny dailies over at z33k.com. Place first or second, or be a consistent player. That way you guys can get into the tournament. Definitely love seeing some new faces and some of the returners. Always fun. Other than that, first place does get a coaching session. I don't want to exactly quote any names. I haven't looked exactly at the prize pool, but usually it's a 1-hour coaching session from a top player of sorts, usually top masters, maybe low GM, something like that. So definitely thank you to all those players that do the coaching, help the players out. It's really nice. Looking at things right now, Naccer meanwhile going into the base of AcidLingz, and oh, hold on a second. You guys are probably wondering, you guys are looking at, what the heck is this map? Well, this is one of my new favorite maps, at least to watch, as from the spectator side of things. I haven't actually had a chance to play on it yet. This is Belshar Beach, so right away it might look familiar from that standpoint, but it's going to be Belshar Beach Winter. It's kind of the new map the GSL brought out. It's pretty cool. And I think it's the better version of both. As we see again, two Xelnaga towers. Now we got like kind of big ramps instead of having that huge like island of trees right here. Each side has, I think, about 8 bases, if I'm not mistaken. No, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 6 bases per side. Usually kind of doesn't go that far, but overall a great map. Main's kind of sealed up, so you could always kind of wall that off pretty quick. Natural, meanwhile, is kind of fairly open with that big ramp, but still kind of defendable. Looking at the third, though, third is very vulnerable. There's a lot of spots that you could get into. Kind of a nice ramp leading into the fourth. The backside over here, I think there is a gold somewhere too. I thought there was gold. Apparently there's no gold. Whoopsie daisies. I really thought there was a gold on this map. Guess there isn't, so took that out. Shows how much I know. On the backside, it's kind of cool to have this like big open space for drops and stuff like that. As a Terran player, it's always fun. So something you got to watch out for. Meanwhile, looking back at the game, AcidLingz has just taken his natural. Went hatch first, spawning pool later. Spawning pool just about to finish. Meanwhile, Naccer is going to do the same thing. He's going to forge, fast, expand. And I wonder if he could hit the money spot with his Overlord. If he could actually... you could actually, I think, place it like on top of this rock or somewhere over here in the trees, and your opponent actually cannot see it. At least that was the case in Belshar Beach, and there's a spot you can place an Overlord where they can't like see, and you get like a perfect scout of exactly what they're doing. So, looking at things, not too much going on. Naccer, meanwhile, just kind of rolling around back and forth, waiting to take his natural expansion right now. AcidLingz, will you actually see him take it? I think he'll actually leave too late. He will actually leave too late. He's not going to get a scout of the natural. I mean, he's got to expect that the fact that there's a wall off right here. Pretty fair and simple, easy to know, but kind of leaves a little bit early. Interesting decision right there, right then and there. Oh my god, he's headed down the right way right now. Oh no. Naccer, watch out. Your starport is about to get scattered right now. It's really, really rough. Oh my goodness. Will he actually scatter? We're going to keep a side on the Overlord. And will he? Yes, he does. Scouts out that gate. And what is that? That is a Stargate indeed. So right away, if AcidLingz with a good response should probably be throwing down an Evo chamber, or at least building a couple extra queens to be able to defend all that. I feel really bad right now for Naccer. Really unfortunate. Good scout. And there he does. He actually gets to see the structure finish before he leaves. And at that point, there it is. Evo chamber going down at the moment. That's going to be really unfortunate right now for Naccer. Very, very unfortunate. Taking a look at the units tab really quick, we're going to see worker count fairly even. Naccer kind of catching up right now, 23. Ooh, AcidLingz built a few more, popped out 28 total now. So, a little bit different. I mean, it's kind of fun as Zerg, you get to pop them out like a bunch all at once. Meanwhile, the Protoss does have the Chrono Boost. You can pop out 2 fairly quick at a time. But, I mean, this is just going to be kind of unfortunate right now. Void Ray is expected to show up. I would expect, there it is, Spore Claws all over the base. And so this one Stargate is just going to be kind of a harass unit. He's going to realize that there's spores everywhere, and by everywhere I mean everywhere. He went 4 square with it, made a cross right here. So no way in, no viable way in. Now what he can do right now, if he is careful with his marker, kind of come back here and try to snipe down the Hydralisk Den or the Roach Horn, something like that. But either that, Naccer right away sees and knows, man, no go, no bueno. Kind of a little bit of a waste of money and minerals to throw down a Stargate, but either way, I mean, again, all these Spore Crawlers right here cost too. Looking at things right now, meanwhile, we do have a stalker right here waiting. A couple of gates. I think we're going to see 3 additional ones. Yeah, there they are. 3 additional gates thrown down by Naccer. And eventually what these Void Rays are actually going to be, they're just going to be part of the push that comes out in front with the stalkers. Kind of try to take out some of the anti-air, like Hydralisks and stuff like that. And that way the Void Rays can just kind of pick on the... that way the Void Rays can just pick off roaches and stuff like that. As you see, really unfortunate, Overseer wants to get in, but it will not. That is a loss of supply too. For those that don't know, Overseers are actually supply. They're Overlords turned into Overseers. So every time you lose them, really sad day for the Zerg. So, line supply block, no big deal. Meanwhile, in the base of Naccer, he is getting upgrades. Number 1, throwing down an additional gate, so probably going to go. We might actually see a 2 base all in, a 5 gate. What was that? 5 gate Stargate push, something like that. I don't know. Trying to make up a build. Other than that, we're going to see these Void Rays right now by Naccer coming into the base of AcidLingz, and has to be careful to micro these properly. Oh my goodness, has to be really careful. Shields are still not completely lost. We got Hydralisk kind of waiting out for them now, so can't do a little bit too much. Good little poke. Now and definitely needs to go back and try to rebuild a bigger army. If you guys hear me kind of a little bit, maybe kind of a all that. It's because I'm still in the sense kind of waking up, so no judging. Very tired. I streamed very late last night. So that's kind of what happens. So I'm actually really liking this control by Naccer. What Naccer's doing is almost kind of having like the Terran version of Hellions, just kind of running around, scouting what they can, and oh my god, there goes there goes one Void Ray. I guess that's an easy way to clear him out. There definitely does go one Void Ray. That's rough. Now, I like what AcidLingz doing. He's got a good unit composition. Hydralisk Roach, getting already missile upgrades, number 2, so that's great. What I'm concerned about, and this is to all Zerg players right now, creep better. Like, this is a terrible job of creeping. This is about 12 minutes into the game, and creep is just now barely getting out of the natural. So get yourself out that 3rd or 4th queen, whatever you need, and start sending them out there. Creep across the map. Help yourself. Give yourself that bridge. Help yourself get across that map a lot closer. Like, there's no reason not to, really. You spend money on one queen and it helps you out, especially with the movement speed. It's going to be a really nice engagement if the Protoss army tries to engage you on that creep. So as we see, AcidLingz now just kind of slowly starting to do that, but I think a little bit late, and now finally just taking his 3rd, so a little bit late on that part too. But meanwhile, just sticking with that Hydra Roach combination, getting a nice little composition right now. Definitely more roaches, a little concerning, I guess, in case of the Void Rays. And are we gonna actually have fully charged Void Rays? Take this 3rd out? Yeah. Oh, and it will. Made AcidLingz cancel his hatch and made him. It's rough. Lost a drone there too. So Hydras will move out. Hopefully, trying to pick off the Void Rays potentially. Will they? No, they will not. And there we go. AcidLingz retakes the 3rd. Who knows? Maybe Void Rays will come back and do a little bit of harass damage with that. Don't know if they saw the Void Rays going out. I think they did. So yeah, kind of turning into interesting little PVZ at the moment. I'm really surprised. I'm not exactly really surprised, but Naccer should be getting ready to take a 3rd base right now. It'd be nice. But again, everybody kind of jokes, yeah, what the hell? When you're a Protoss, all you need to do is just 2-base all in. No, but seriously, he should be ready to take his third right now. It is the 14-minute mark. You do need to consider, like, always kind of think about macro just a little bit at least. Is an observer coming out? There we go. Observer is coming out, so some of this creep can't get actually cleared right now when it goes over there. You could use the void race to clear it up. Naccer's actually got a fairly good composition. He's got about, how many sentries has he got? He's got about 6 sentries. 6 of them. He's got about 6, 7 zealots. Warping in a bunch more sentries and zealots, and he's got a bunch of stalkers, so I think he's going to be ready to push out here momentarily. Meanwhile, on the other side, roaches and hydras, and they're going to be coming out of their natural, or at least making a little bit of a ball right there, getting ready to maybe defend the third if need be. Charge lot upgrade is going to be done, so I think Naccer my goodness, I think Naccer's going to wait for the charge lot upgrade. It's going to be down, that way he can engage a little bit better with AcidLingz. Definitely a little bit. It's definitely really nice anytime you could get the surface area. They can't really focus you down that hard. Upgrades number 2 on their way. Did he get armor number 1? Yes, he did. So they are armored up. Meanwhile, 2-0 attack for AcidLingz. And oh, is he actually going to engage him right now? So charge lot upgrade actually might not get done, which I think will be a little bit of a mistake if Naccer does decide to engage. And oh, here we go. We do have the engagement right here. And good force fields going down, trapping a lot of these hydras on the backside, kind of taking some of the focus fire off. And here we go, Zealots getting in front, trying to take hacks at the roaches at the moment. These 2 attack upgrades are so vicious. Look how strong that is. Void Ray is still actually even being part of the army, and oh my god, clearing everything out at the moment. Last hydra gone. And wow, Naccer coming up on top over that, but AcidLingz doing a really nice job responding to that, and he just popped out a bunch of infestors, missed the infestation pit, and throwing down some really nice fungals at the moment. Lost 2 infestors, unfortunately. And what is going on? These units are misrallied, and he's just losing them at the moment. And finally, Naccer taking that supply lead, throws up the Guardian Shield. I like this. Last infestor gets taken down, and at this point, AcidLingz in desperation mode, popping out 11 roaches, hoping he can hold off this huge push. But I really doubt he's going to be able to at the moment, especially once these 2 attack upgrades do finish up. Spore Crawler being a little bit of retard magnet, and there's the GG. Tied up 1-1. We are going to be going to Game 3 in the winners final.